911 emergency.
There's a man that appears to be passed out in his car.
Minutes later, a second 911 call comes in from this Burger King in Chillicothe.
There is a guy that looks like he's OD in my parking lot. He's in the front, and his girlfriend is in the bathroom. She looks like she's on something.
Okay, are you at Burger King on Western Avenue?
Yes.
Okay, well, we just got a call on it.
When they entered the bathroom, they realized that the female was indeed giving birth to a child while she was sitting on the toilet.
Friday afternoon, first responders rushed to help 26-year-old Elizabeth Sanders. This is body cam video from Chillicothe police.
She gave birth to a baby boy in the toilet, and they thought it was dead. There's blood everywhere.
You see them treating her. They say they also found heroin next to her in the bathroom.
Due to her level of impairment, she was completely unaware that, or at least believed to be unaware that she was giving birth at the time. And she didn't become aware of that until later on at the hospital.
Police say the baby was face up in the toilet and was breathing. You see first responders giving oxygen to the baby boy in the ambulance.
It is a miracle. It's a very fortunate miracle that this child is alive. And I've been doing this, I've been in this line of work for 16 years. And this is my first. This is the first for me seeing something like this.
Sanders' boyfriend, 26-year-old Zachary Frey, was outside the Burger King, passed out in his car. Cops later arresting him.
There also was opiates found on him, so therefore he will be prosecuted accordingly.
Police say the couple has a lengthy criminal record. After Sanders was treated at the hospital, she was arrested on an unrelated case involving theft. No one was home when we went to her house, but across the street, Caroline Locke is friends with the family.
It's sad. Breaks my heart.
She didn't want to show her face.
I just thank the good Lord above that the baby lived.
But tells us Sanders has 2 other kids and has been battling a drug addiction for years.
She's been in rehab before, and it didn't help.
She hopes she gets the help she needs.
I love Liz. You know, I can't help but love her. And my prayers is she will straighten up and get off those drugs and start living a clean life.
Chillicothe firefighters say the opioid crisis is a constant battle. They said years ago someone who overdosed on drugs would only need 2 milligrams of Narcan, but now it could even go up to 4, 6, 8, or even much more to bring them back to life. It's a sound that's become all too familiar in Ross County.
The overdoses have definitely increased.
Captain Don Zinderin has been a firefighter in Chillicothe for the past 13 years.
The drugs are getting stronger.
He says the amount of calls of overdoses comes in waves.
We've had 8 overdoses in a 24-hour shift. We've had 8 overdoses in 8 hours.
He says responding to scenes like this happens way too often.
Hey, partner. What's up, man? You care to turn the car off for me real quick?
This is body cam video from Chillicothe police. Officers arrested 26-year-old Zachary Fry on possession of drugs last week.
What are you doing, sleeping out here?
No, my girlfriend was in there.
I mean, you were passed out, man. You were drooling all over the place, everything like that.
I've just been waiting on her.
Police say his girlfriend, Elizabeth Sanders, was passed out inside this Burger King bathroom and had no idea she was giving birth to her baby in the toilet.
She gave birth to a baby boy in the toilet, and they thought it was dead. There's blood everywhere.
Cops say they found heroin next to her. No word if she'll face any charges on that, but she was arrested on an unrelated case involving theft. Her family says she's been to rehab before and is currently getting treatment again.
It's kind of at a standstill. I think every community is having problems with it, and we're just doing the best we can to cope with it.
Taking a toll on first responders too.
They've just come numb to it a little bit.
In fact, during our interview, a call came in about a woman passed out in a bank parking lot. Another possible overdose. Captain Zindran says all they can do is save lives and hope others won't give in to the opioid crisis.
Educate the next generation to keep them off of it. I'd hate to see that cycle repeated.
In Chillicothe, Jackie Orozco, ABC 6 News.
It's on the way. I told him send it 27.
giving Elias the opportunity to have a sober mom, you know, his whole life. Like, I haven't ever been able to do that.
Fighting to stay sober for this little guy, Elias Fry.
If I don't keep my recovery first, I'm not going to have my kids anyway. You know, you have to make that your top priority.
But it hasn't been easy. Elizabeth Sanders says she first started using drugs with an ex when she was 20 years old. She went from using Percocet, then heroin and Xanax.
So I was trying to escape reality.
The 26-year-old mom has 2 other kids. Sanders' mom has full temporary custody. The court said she couldn't live at her mother's house. Then on August 3rd is when she hit rock bottom.
There is a guy that looks like he's OD in my parking lot. He's in the front, and his girlfriend is in the bathroom. She looks like she's on something.
Chillicothe police body cam video shows how Sanders was passed out at this Burger King bathroom.
She gave birth to a baby boy in the toilet, and they thought it was dead. There's blood everywhere.
It was the Xanax and the heroin, just snorting them both together, and that's the big effect from the Xanax is that you don't remember. Waking up at the hospital, not being pregnant anymore, that was probably, and not knowing what happened. You know, that's what was really scary.
Today, Sanders says she and her boyfriend, Zach Fry, are both sober, and their son is doing well.
He's in the right percentile for height, weight. He has no medical issues at all. He's perfectly healthy.
But says she'll never forget how he was born.
I hate that it happened. I hate how everything happened, but I truly do not know if it wouldn't have happened that I would be clean right now or that I would even be alive, because I mean, I was to the point where I was at my bottom, but I hadn't had that
As Elizabeth Sanders shakes off her jitters.
I feel like it's the calm before the storm right now. I'm good. How are you? A little bit.
Students enjoyed watching a one-on-one basketball game between the staff and state troopers. The 26-year-old mom was invited to speak at her old high school about staying clean.
It started when I was here, when I was going to football games and hiding and drinking.
Many students here can relate one way or the other.
How many people in here know someone or directly are affected by addiction, by drugs?
About 80% of them raised their hands.
A good thing about here and about Huntington School is that even if they might not know a lot about what the issue is or what the problem is, they will go above and beyond to address it.
Sanders says she's staying clean for her son, 4-month-old Elias.
He's perfect. He's got a little cold right now. He's a little bit raspy, but he's 100% healthy.
Sanders says she didn't get up to here until she hit down here, and it all started at this Burger King when her baby was born in a toilet.
She gave birth to a baby boy in the toilet, and they thought it was dead. There's blood everywhere.
Back in August, Chillicothe police body cam video captured Sanders passed out in the bathroom. She told us she was on Xanax and heroin and doesn't even remember giving birth.
The opioid crisis is so rampant in our district and others statewide. I mean, it's a big problem.
Now, Sanders' teachers couldn't be happier for her.
I'm just so proud of her.
And her new mission to help others stay clean, especially after making national news.
I'm just so glad now that she's on the right path.
Sanders says she's in a happy place now and is looking forward to spending Christmas with the entire family.
Yeah, and we're just gonna stay with my mom and open presents with Draven, the 4-year-old, and my 8-year-old daughter, Audrey, and his first Christmas.